That countdown music, it always just kind of dies off. It doesn't really go anywhere. Kind of fades out, which is a maddening way to end songs if you do every song that way. I'm trying to get everything in order here. All right. Good morning, everyone. This is 7Kevins. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's got big weekend plans or no weekend plans, whatever you like. If you like to just hang out and do nothing, that's great. So we're back. Feels like a quick turnaround, but that's okay. You never know the time. I kind of like moving the time around. It's kind of good not having a set schedule. Go Mavs, we will talk Mavs. But today, with a trademark right to the big feature film that's coming out in 2027, this is 7Kevins. And 7Kevins will have a point to it. We're going to do the top 7 stories in the world of local, national, world news, sports, music, movies, and TV. Yeah. And we will start out in the world of local news. Guys, we had a sinkhole. Sinkholes, pretty terrifying, but you don't see a lot of them around here, at least not too often. In fact, I'll show you guys the picture of it via WFAA. I think because I can do that, I will show you. And I think that's a good thing to know. Here's the picture of it from WFAA. Whoa. Look at that. That's big. I mean, it's not like, the one that's like going to suck a house off the land. Suck a house under the land. Suck a house off the land. Yeah, that's what it'd be doing. It's nothing like that. But pretty big hole there. This is over in off 530. So this is a 30-foot deep sinkhole. And it shut down a road over near Ferris Speed Trap. Ferris Speed Trap. Remember, if you're going through Ferris, they will. There and Gilmer, they're looking for you. But yeah, they got the call early this morning, and they're like, yeah, a big part of the roadway is missing. It created a huge hole. Now they got there and they found a 10-foot long, 30-foot deep sinkhole. It's kind of on the side of the road, like it's not on the road. And I'm going to give you another picture so you guys can see this, because I think it doesn't matter yet. But here it is. Right here. Check out it. Look at that. It's over there. That's weird, right? But then there's also, on that picture, it's on the road. But on this picture, it's not on the road. So did all of that crater? I'm highly confused about this, because when you look at it, did it move? Is it a moving sinkhole? I mean, y'all are with me on this, right? Y'all seeing that? How does that happen? Did it grow? Big time conspiracy theory, and that's what we're tracking today. Our big local news story. Did the sinkhole move? You show me a picture of it over here, but it's over here too. Now maybe I should click that post. All right. Now this is a dangerous thing to do, but I'm going to do it. I click the post. Now let's see if there's more pictures, because I'm a little frustrated by not getting more info on this. I'm going to go share the screen on the Facebook post, because there's 2 more pictures and we can scan through them. This is in our county here, Dallas County here. No, I want to share that one. Dummies. Did I share the wrong one? Remove that, idiot. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Sorry. Okay, now share the screen. Share the Facebook. There it is. Okay. Okay. So 1, 2. Okay, that's good, right? That's good action right there. We can see it. Let's go to the third one. Okay, generic logo first. Why is it over there? The road was clearly here. The hole was there. Why is it over here now? That's just off in the corner. I don't even know that that's in the same county. But then it's here where you can see the roadway. This is some alien shit. I don't like this. So I don't know. Now here's the difference in these two photos. You can see, I'm zaprudering this. You can see the foot moves on the officer. Watch. Okay. Interesting. Pretty good though. Falling there. Be a terrible place to live. I have so many questions about why it's here and then why it's over there. On the road versus off the road. Jesus. That's terrifying. Sinkhole out there in Dallas. We need to find out the truth. I'm going to drive out there today, and that might be what needs to happen. If there's any sinkhole experts, go ahead. They could be two different holes, and Jeff's got a point there. It could be two different holes, but it would be described as sinkholes in the article. So there's today's about a bit of local news. From sinkhole to world news, Cinco de Mayo. Yes, Cinco de Mayo is happening on Sunday. Does anyone know what Cinco de Mayo celebrates? This is more of a challenge. I have no money. I'm not giving away. I'm not making everything a contest. But what does hashtag Jeff knows hole? What does Cinco de Mayo celebrate? Without looking it up, who's got it? Battle of Puebla? Jeff, Battle of Puebla? He's right, 1862. Not Mexican Independence Day. According to a poll, 60% of Americans, though, do not know why we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Let's all be honest with ourselves here, white people. I'm talking specifically to the white people here. Normally, all inclusive, but for this little chunk here, white people. We just kind of see it as a day to have like beer and tacos, right? Yeah, tacos. There it is. I knew it would come. Yeah. Those are good Dos Equis, just kind of lime in it. A little tahini. Oh, a good margarita. I'm begging the Mavericks and Stars to win tonight, so Sunday can just be that. Margaritas and quesos. So, Cinco de Mayo. Not a huge deal in Mexico. Not widely celebrated in Mexico. Now, Mexican Independence Day in September is. That's where you have the Day of the Dead and all that stuff. The Day of the Dead, which is around Halloween, actually, like a bigger deal. So, I don't know. It's coming up Sunday. Get ready. You know? Do something for your Hispanic friends. Buy them dinner. Venmo them a $5. That's your day, you know? Now, this happened in the 80s when Coors Company, Miller, Anheuser-Busch, they were like, hey, they started pushing to spin Cinco de Mayo as a Mexican St. Patrick's Day, so they're just trying to sell more beer. It's kind of interesting. The beer companies. Meanwhile, we're like, no, we do not advertise tobacco, but beer. They're out here taking all the stuff. Man, Angel, Mexican friends are not Hispanic. Yeah. That's what I said. All right, here we go. That's enough world news. Let's go to the national story. The conspiracies never stop. Boeing. We've had another whistleblower go to meet his maker. Joshua Dean, 45 years old, from Wichita, Kansas. He died Tuesday. Had the old conglomerate of the flu, pneumonia. His family says he was a healthy individual who ate well and exercised. And they think it's very odd that he died so fast. So they're getting an autopsy. He said he'd been sick for 2 weeks, been struggling to breathe, had to be on a ventilator. Now, what you need to know about Josh is Josh was speaking up for a few things. Now, let's go back to March real quick. John Barnett was a 62-year-old man in South Carolina. He was from Louisiana, but he was in South Carolina at the time of his death when he was found in his truck in a hotel parking lot in Charleston, South Carolina, dead from a gunshot wound to the head. John Barnett was in South Carolina that week because he was there for a deposition. And basically, he was spouting off what he knew about Boeing and some of the malpractice that was happening. He said there were catastrophic safety failings with the 787 Dreamliner. So he dies and still seems a little suspect. His family, they were like, well, they didn't expect it, they didn't think he was like depressed like enough to kill himself. Let's put it that way. So he dies in the head, in the truck, in the hotel. And notice that story goes fast. Now, we're in a weird world of a news cycle where like things go real fast now. So we're not going to hear anything about it anymore. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. No. This is what they wanted you to do with the Grand Prairie Cobra. It's what they're going to want you to do with this sinkhole down there in South Dallas. We must be vigilant. We must be vigilant. Angel, did you really not get the 72 Wada Wings? Ben Rogers at benandskin.com. Seriously. Claim that if you can. Now let's go back to this story. So Barnett was in town for that, and then that happened. Okay, so Joshua Dean, who died this week, was a former quality auditor at Boeing's supplier for Spirit. So he already worked at Spirit, so was already a little half-ass on the planes. But he alleged that managers failed to act on manufacturing defects on the 737 MAX. So the FAA is telling you, we got to fix the 737 MAX. We're going to look at that. And he said the managers are like, well, not that big of a deal. Now, he was not a plaintiff, but he is mentioned in a lawsuit against Spirit from 2023. He said that the misdrilled holes in the rear of the MAX planes, he was the one who reported those. And he submitted those via formal written documents to his manager. He said these holes could create cracks. They could threaten an aircraft's structural integrity. He's just one of the people who has spoken up about this. He was let go by the company April 26th of last year. He called it an act of retaliation. He did an interview with NPR that said, if you make too much trouble, you will get what he called the Josh treatment. You will get fired. So they let him go. He said, I think they were sending out a message to anybody else. If you're too loud, we will silence you. Spirit released a statement saying, our thoughts are with Josh Dean's family. The sudden loss is stunning news here at Spirit and for his loved ones. That's from Spirit spokesperson Joe Bacino. Now, his lawyers need to probably be careful here because they're like, it could have just been the stress from the last couple of years. It could have taken a toll on him. And they're like looking out for money for the family. But by saying that takes away your case that this was foul play, which I believe. And you should believe it too. Jay Hilburn I forgot I wouldn't the Weezer tickets. If you won the Weezer tickets, you're still good for them. And if you won the Water Wings, you're still good for them. Okay. In fact, let me give you guys the email address of the promo guy because he can handle this for you. I still have that, I think. Oh, yeah. If you did win, and don't email him if you didn't win because that doesn't help anything, and it's all in a system, so your name will come up. Your tickets will, your tickets are still good. So if you're not sure, now again, those tickets usually don't come until about a month before the show, if maybe sometimes even the week of. Just how it works. Charles Harrison at iHeartMedia.com. That would be your guy. But don't email him. Like, he's a promo guy, so like don't email him if you didn't win. Like, that's not gonna help anything. It's all in a system, it's all logged. Charles Harrison at iHeartMedia.com if you think you won tickets and are owed them. So yeah. Okay, here we go. What's the story here? So, Boeing, any takes? Do you have any takes? Now, it is like stress can cause the immune system to weaken. He'd been under a lot of stress for blowing the whistle and being terminated. He believed as a result of blowing the whistle. He'd been trying to get the word out and no one would listen. I think there's something more here on both of these. And I think when there's not a lot of national follow-ups, I think that tells you a little bit. So, yes, we'll be at Modest Mouse and the Pixies in June. All right, let's see here. Check that off. Local, national, world. Let's talk sports, DFW. What of the games? Is there a poll feature I can put up here? I don't know. And I'm sure I can do a few things. Yeah, maybe I can do a poll. See, I can have a little fun here. See, I'm having fun. I'm playing around with the screen a little bit. I don't know. Is there a? We have Stars game 6. We have Mavs game 6. Make sure if you need to get geared up for game 6 of Stars in Vegas Nights tonight, follow the Strip Mall Steve channel. Really, if you're into sports in general, the Strip Mall Steve channel's got you covered. Yesterday's content was enthralling. Stars and Nights tonight. That is a 8:30 start. And then we got 9 for Mavs Clippers. Mavs need to finish. I'm sorry, no, it's Mavs Clippers 8:30. It's Stars at 9. So a little bit early for the Mavs. But I know you guys all care about the Rangers Royals at 6:40. So Mavericks need to close out tonight. Going to Game 7 on a Sunday. Don't even give yourself that outcome. We saw how nuts the crowd was the other night too in Game 5. Finish the fight, and I think it would help to end this game. Get a couple days off. If you're going to go off from a series, you're going to play. I'm just looking too far ahead here, but Game 1 would likely be Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, game 1 against the Thunder would be Tuesday. So if you can get Luka, specifically Luka, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, I think that's huge rather than getting back on a plane, going back. Now, these are obvious generic takes, but it's true. And I think that time matters. Luka's hurt. He's dealing with a little bit of a small sickness, I think they were mentioning. So a lot of stuff going on there. Kyrie too. Let's not act like Kyrie's 25. Like, dude, get a rest, and you put it on him tonight. I mean, we could get Mother's Day massacre type vibes tonight by running them out the gym. So I look forward to that. Go Mavs. With the Stars, anything can happen. It starts a situation where you are the 1 seed, but you're playing a team that's not a real 8 seed. So go get it, Ottinger. And at what point are we in Stars fandom to everyone just wearing an animal's mask on their face. You got the dogs and the otter, and I know that's been happening for a while with the otter. I'm sure the dog has too. It's amazing. I used to watch a lot of Stars, and this year I watched very little, and it's because they were so good. And you know what it reminds me of? The year that I watched the least Mavericks basketball was 07, the year after they won the finals, not or after they lost the finals. Not because they lost the finals, but it was because going into 07, and it was a weird time in my life. Granted, I was 19 and I had very little friends, but they were so good that I got the feeling that the regular season didn't matter that much. Now, I don't even have that thoughts with the Stars, but that's how I took in that year. In Cowboy news, the cops say Dak is not going to be charged further in the sexual assault case. That's good. Zeke will wear number 15. Smart money move there. If you owned a Ezekiel Elliott number 21 jersey, you're like, I got to get the 15 too. God, the business of this team. And Rangers, 2 games over 500. Offense struggling. Bullpen dominating. Had a little tough one yesterday when Nathan Eovaldi had to leave with a strained groin. Oh, no, the groin. At the Byron Nelson. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that to y'all. I mean, I'll talk golf when I want to talk golf, but I'm not going to do that today. It's round 2 of the Nelson. I'm not going to do that. Had the Knicks advance. So we're going to get Jalen Brunson against Rick Carlisle. Give me. Cleveland, Orlando, game 6 tonight. I'm a Magic fan. I make them my Eastern Conference team, the Orlando Magic. So pulling for them. We're set up to get, we're Saturday, game 1. Nuggets hosting the T-Wolves. So it's all happening. Pacers Knicks will start Monday. Yeah. So there you go. Good stuff there. Sports, check. Let's go to the world of music. There was a concert in town last night that I was considering going to. My lady went to Bad Bunny. And I am a casual fan of this guy. I'm not going to tell you I'm hardcore. No, Max Homa did not birdie on 3. He's not in this tournament. There are not that many good players. Oh, Matt, that's a good one. 15 is a tribute to the 1.5 yards per carry he's going to have. Oh, my God. I am. Go Mean Green. Okay, let's move on. Sorry, I get caught in the chat sometimes. So she went to Bad Bunny. Was there a brawl at Bad Bunny? Did I miss that? I don't think she was. I think the valet, though, had a hard time finding her car, to which I thought her car got stolen. It didn't. Everything's fine. Everything. So the show that I was considering going to was Neil Young. He has not performed in Dallas in 21 years. And yesterday, he put out a little thing. In fact, he posted a note on his website on actually, when was this? This was the 1st. So that would have been Wednesday. Yeah. And it's like, it's what you would imagine a 100-year-old guy would post. And he just posted a picture of a radar down in Austin. And for that reason, he canceled last night's show. Even though we didn't have a lot of big storms last night. You could have had a show clearly at Dos Equis last night. So he cancels it, and his note said this: too dangerous for us to put our audience in that situation. We're rolling on. With these shows coming back in September on our way to Farm Aid, we're heading to New Orleans show. We'll have to play Texas, Austin, and Dallas. But too unsafe at the moment, sitting in the parking lots, lightning flashing in the sky, moving on. So on the tickets, they say rain or shine, though. So Ticketmaster's like taking it in the shorts. Live Nation sent out a press release stating that the show had been postponed until September 14th. Even though he didn't really mention that in the thing, he kind of said, would have loved to play. So if he might be coming back, I don't care too much. I'm just like, dude, you're 78, so do what you want. But also, let's buck up and play the show. What's the point of being on tour if lightning is going to scare us off when lightning was not even that close? If we have a reason to cancel it, we should. There was no reason to cancel it. It's like they got there and was like, well, I really don't want to drive up to Dallas. If we're going to New Orleans anyway, let's go ahead and get driving over to New Orleans. And I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way, and I like to be rubbed the right way. It was opening with Cortez the Killer, though. A great song. Down by the River. I think Harvest Moon is just a lovely song. I don't like Old Man never did much for me, and Heart of Gold's okay, but Cinnamon Girl, like it's pretty good. He's got some good shit. But we didn't see that in Dallas last night. Thanks a lot, Bin Laden. That'll do it for the music portion of today. Although Silver Skylark's new album, we did a listening party last night. We'll listen to it together. It was kind of fun. At least I had fun with it. I don't know if y'all did. If y'all were there, thank you for hanging around for it. But go with that. It's the Danny and Skin project. Go check that out. If you're joining and you're not often with me, youtube.com/@KTFunTweets. Like it, subscribe it, poke it, massage it, all that stuff. You should do it. You should do it. Movies. Boy, this is a Jeff Kavanaugh special right here, folks. In fact, Jeff, if you're here, it might be good to have you for a story, but if you're not, it's fine. Emma Stone is going to be in a new movie coming out. By the way, before I get started, I should say, today Fall Guy comes out, and now Challengers was last week, and then a couple weeks ago was Civil War. So I got to power rank those. I think I Fall Guy, Civil War, Challengers would be the order I would want to see them in. But tomorrow I'm going to see Shrek 2 in theaters because I never saw it. Yeah. I was told it was good. I like Shrek 1. Shrek 1 was great. But Shrek 2? You tell me. I'm going to see it tomorrow, so don't tell me. They're showing it in theaters for it's like a 25th anniversary or 20th anniversary, something like that. I don't know. Shrek 1 was a masterpiece. There's a part that's real sad. In the beginning of Shrek, they have a dad and a baby bear, and then they have a mommy bear who is like off to the side. Like they're in a cage, but they're being separated. And the baby's like crying and hugging his dad. And then later in the movie Shrek, Lord Farquaad is in bed, and you see, as it zooms out, you see on the carpet, he had a bearskin carpet rug, and it is the mama bear. He's got the pink bow tie. It is so sad. It is so sad. So, I like Shrek too. I'm going to watch it tomorrow and see if it's good. I like Shrek. The Muffin Man. Oh yeah, movies. Cut off guard there. Movies. Nathan Fielder and Emma Stone are teaming up for a movie. It's going to be called Checkmate. And there's a book that came out by a guy named Ben Mesrick, and it was about the scandal in the chess world from 2022. Now you may know where this is going and why Jeff Kavanaugh would be a good correspondent. I'd like to get Jeff's take on this at least. He can watch it. Oh, sorry, I didn't see Challengers, but I want to see it. Those are just my power rankings of movies I need to see soon. I think Pop-Tart just dropped on Netflix. It sounds stupid. It's called Unfrosted. It's not Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart the movie. So Emma Stone and Nathan Fielder were in the show The Curse on Showtime, which was so weird. And episode 1 was so great, and then it drug, but episode 10 was really good. And I mean, The Curse, just be warned, episode 2 through 9 are just slow, and they're moving like a snail, but episode 1 and 10 were great. So they're going to team up and do a movie again. They worked well together, and Nathan Fielder's going to direct it. And again, it is about this 2022 Grand Chess Tour when 19-year-old Hans Niemann upset Magnus Carlsen, who was 31, the world number 1, the strongest chess player of all time. I mean, so basically, if you like chess, it's like it's like the number 1 seed getting upset in the NCAA tournament, right? Like, it could happen. It gets your attention, but it's not like the most shocking thing ever. But it was like, okay. But then Carlsen withdrew from the tournament because his team leaked out to the media that 19-year-old Hans Niemann had cheated. And Niemann had these rumors that dogged him for years. Chess.com once confirmed that he did cheat in online play one time. But this is why, like, I don't like cheating. If we're going to do on our family game nights, you guys can't be typing in what the answer is. I don't think you guys are going to do that, but you just don't want it to happen. Because you can feel like you could cheat pretty easily on chess.com. So they had to basically pass through metal detectors. Phones are banned. Monitors patrol the playing hall at these actual chess tournaments in person. And many observers there were saying that Magnus Carlsen had been slowly, he's sitting there playing, and then he lost because it looked like the kid. No, I may have it backwards here too. Now I'm thinking about it, like, because the thing that they leaked to the press was a theory that Niemann had vibrating anal beads. So he would know, like, what to do. Now, I don't even know how to play chess. Jeez, that's a failure on my part, huh? I need to learn how to play chess. So I was kind of like, what? How could how could that make, like, does it tell you what move to make? To hold? To force? I don't know, like, what? To march forward? I don't know. I don't know how to play chess. I'm going to learn that. Learn how to play chess by Christmas. I think that'll be good. So in this movie, though, Carlsen and Niemann have taken every opportunity to make themselves look a little more foolish, and Nathan Fielder's like, okay. Nathan Fielder is looking for weird stories, and then he'll have terrible takes on it. And if he's going to be in this movie as a chess guy, oh my God. And to have Emma Stone in it too, let's go. I think that's going to be great. Checkmate's going to be good, and the story's will be a little more clear. Because there's a lot of it's just like rumors. None of it's like substantiated. Like, they didn't find an anal bead on the premises, Morse code. Okay. So that tells you to move the pawn. What about is it the king? The rook? Other chess pieces. Name them. The queen? I don't know. That was movie news. Oh, the Morse code for Q. Oh, the knight. Yeah, of course, the knight. How could I forget that? The knight. TV news. He swallowed it. Oh, no. Yeah, so the Bad Bunny show. Apparently, the Bad Bunny show ended at 11:32. So the American Airlines Center does not have the 11 curfew that Dos Equis has. And that might be a Fair Park thing, but it's interesting. Yeah, go watch Dula Peep tomorrow night. Dula Peep hosting and musical guest of Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live did announce their final 2 hosts of the season as well. We'll have Maya Rudolph and Vampire Weekend next week. And then the season finale will be Jake Gyllenhaal and Sabrina Carpenter, who's dating Barry Cohegan, most known for licking the bathtub drain in Saltburn and other things. He's actually probably most known for dating Sabrina Carpenter. Show of hands, how many of you know who Sabrina Carpenter is? Well, who won the SNL contest in the Derby? That would be Danny. Danny gets the win 4-2. Me and Mike take the loss, but we've determined that right now bets are off. So sad. We did a lot of work to get there, and no, dead. It was fun though. It was fun. What's this? I feel like I'm missing conversation without being on YouTube, but I want to get you stats here. No, thank you. My Twitch people, thank you so much. I mean, what's cool is I can see the chat from all of you, whether you're on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Apparently, there's no separate chats, so you're not missing. I don't think you're missing any conversation. Well, I guess if you're on Twitch, you're probably not getting it all. Yeah, I don't know how that works. But thank you for the stats on Twitch too, because I could use it. I just know I know a little more about YouTube. That's why I'm here. But yeah. Has anyone ever paid off on the SNL bet? That's a good question. I don't really remember. So that was not my TV news story. We have a celebrity roast happening this Saturday. A couple of things happening on Netflix. We have Friday, John Mulaney's doing a big comedy thing in LA. It's going to be like a live stream happening tonight. But and all through the weekend, there's going to be a ton of music guests and comedians and all that stuff. I don't have Netflix, so might have to do something about that. But also, there is the Tom Brady roast, the roast of Tom Brady. These used to happen on Comedy Central, and maybe they still do. But this is being labeled the greatest roast of all time. Tom Brady will be live. The people who will be roasting him, as of right now, and I'm sure they're going to have secret guests, but as of right now, it is going to be Randy Moss, Julian Edelman, Drew Bledsoe much that they had to get him a Band-Aid, Rob Gronkowski. There's a big rumor that Bill Belichick will be there. On the comedy side, Kevin Hart will be your host. The Roastmaster General Jeff Ross will be there, of course. And then they're expecting Nikki Glazer, Tony Hinchcliffe, Sam J., Andrew Schultz. And this event will be airing live in real time on Netflix. So, to act like anyone knows. I think about people who have deals with Netflix. Like, I don't know that Adam Sandler would show up, but he's got a deal with Netflix. Chris Rock did his last stand-up special on Netflix. I was thinking about stuff like that. They could pop in and just absolutely destroy Tom. And this is where I'm going with this. I don't like Tom Brady as much as the next guy. But I think, while not like a comedian, I think he's kind of funny, secretly. And I know it's real easy to go, douchebag, cheater, you kissed your son on the mouth. I know all that stuff. But if he gets the number one job at Fox, which it sounds like he will, him and Kevin Burkhardt, I think he's going to be kind of funny. I think that's going to be, and we will learn, he'll have jokes written for him and all that. But delivery matters too. You can have jokes written for you and still just read them and not be funny. How Tom Brady takes getting schlacked. And how much Giselle are they going to talk about? All this stuff. Very interesting to me. I don't know that I'll be watching it live, but I don't know, 7 o'clock. And that's happening on tomorrow night. Those are some Vegas odds. I said tomorrow night, Sunday night, 7 o'clock. My apologies. So Jeff Ross went on Kimmel this week and said that Brady will be, just the way roast always work. He will be commenting. So that's good. That's all happening. Good. But I have odds, and that's the reason I wanted to do this. I have some odds. Surprise roasters. Any guesses here? Top surprise roasters of the Tom Brady roast. Kentucky Derby tomorrow, 5:57 p.m. Remember that? Remember to watch for the horse that shits before it gets in the chute. Shit, shoot. Championship. Y'all. Shit, shoot, championship. Kentucky Derby. Impress your friends. Watch before they get in the chute. Boop, 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 boop. Shit, shoot, championship. Remember that. Aaron Rodgers. See this? Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was the number one on the odds. Peyton Manning. Let's see. I've got a little share screen. I can pull it up so I can show you guys. Da-da-da. I just put it on my doc. So Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Jason Kelce. Yeah, Jason Kelce will be there. Jesus. The Kelce's are looking to be in the news. Bruce Arians, his old coach at Tampa Bay. I don't know. I don't see that happening. Not like a big enough name for that. Michael Strahan, his new co-worker at Fox. That would make sense. Mark Wahlberg, Boston guy. I'd put I would add Wahlberg. I would say Affleck, Damon. I'll add that. See what I did to Vegas just then? Oh, Nate Damon was right there. Well, never mind. Screw me. Travis Kelce, Tony Romo, 10-1. I don't think they're going to put the CBS number one announcer against the number one Fox announcer, although it would be good. You know what? I agree. Bill Belichick, sneaky funny. Y'all need to don't go out of your way to watch it. Actually, it's not that great. But the Nick Saban, Bill Belichick documentary, I think you'll end up liking Bill Belichick, who's also going to be the next coach of your Dallas Cowboys. Did someone grab the goddamn pallbearer figure out of the studio before they let Lex and Terry put Playboy posters up? No, I'll tell Groobs to grab it, though. Playboy posters. Bill Simmons, no. Phil is in, I think, Australia doing live tour stuff, so I don't see that happening. Steph Curry. It makes sense. Didn't Steph have a show, or his wife have a show, production deal with Netflix? Maybe I'm wrong. Jim Nantz, no, the CBS number one guy is not going to be there for that. Federer, LeBron, these are now getting to be terrible odds. Old offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, not a big enough name. Tiger can't roast anyone. Big Dick Nick Foles. Michael Jordan does not make public appearances hardly ever. Robert Kraft actually could see. And Aaron Rodgers. First X to get mentioned, duh. Boy, how many jokes are going to be about him leaving a pregnant Bridget Moynihan, though? I mean, that's going to get thrown out there. We had Tara Reid. I didn't know that. He had Jessica Simpson, too. Did they share? I did not know that. First guest to roast Brady. Oh, who cares? First person he mentions. Who cares? They're calling it the greatest roast of all time. That's pretty stupid. Oh, now these are the ones I love. First word said props. You get a little money on this with your buddies, throwing around some money. First word, shit, 12-1. Okay. Shit is a very good first word of the sentence word, though. Like, how did someone said something and you go, shit, I don't know. Hell, I don't know. Hell yeah. Shit, yeah. Fuck yeah. Hi, good evening. Yeah, I think if he came out and said, "What? Oh, wow," could always be a first word. Boy, that's my favorite bet of the night. We'll be watching that. We learned a lot today. We learned that sinkholes can move. We'll be tracking that. We learned that Brady and Romo are Eskimo bros. Oh, you guys are funny sometimes. Really, mostly all the time. I had no idea. We learned so much. Now, I think it would be funny if Greg Olson was there playing the role of mad that I got demoted guy. That I kind of like. Um, Color of shirt, those are always fun. I like that more for golf. Mentions of deflated balls, over under 4.5. Mentions of him unretiring. Nikki Glazer just makes a lot of penis jokes. What will be said first, Giselle or Deflate? I mean, turning the roast of Tom Brady into a Super Bowl with all this is good. So there you go. There's that. There's your TV news for today in this edition of 7Kevins. Now we will close it with our birthday top 5. We're not going to do podium today. We're going to do the top 5. First of all, shout out to all my dads out there. Because we got James Brown would have been 91. Pete Seeger would have been 105. Pete Seeger, the writer of the incredible song Rye Whiskey. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I got. Where are you at on hours viewed? It's a good question, Jose, and because YouTube is like, yo, we like to take our time on your data. So if I go to it right now and try to see, I think they will tell me that I am as of the 28th, I think. So I'm kind of waiting to see. I'm closing it. Let's see. Earn that money. See, it's telling me I'm at 474 watch hours and I need to get to 3,000. I ain't trying to be a dick here. That sucks. That's a long way to go. But we'll keep grinding. I'm actually been doing a lot of it's kind of good to like stay in the show prep's not the word, but the aggregation mindset, because I like doing that. I like going and spending time grabbing stories and putting them all in a place that you can see. There's your deads. Tough to pare down to a top 5, so I had to rule 2 out. All right. So we're gonna crowdsource this. I'm gonna invite you guys to my document here. I'll show you why we're gonna struggle, because we're gonna have to go ahead and get this from 7 down to 5, and it's got to be that way. Some OCD. In no order. This is just by age. Well, no, I guess it's not by age because there's Christopher Cross. Look, Frankie Valli had the song "Oh What a Night," December 1963. He sings like an angel. He's in, so he gets in the top 5. Paul Banks of Interpol gets into the top 5. Father John Misty gets into the top 5. Michael Kiwanuka, who sings "You Ain't the Problem." It was the intro song of the old Speakeasy, old Speakeasy and new Speakeasy. But in the morning, I chose that as our intro song. And then they kept it going in the afternoon with Jeff and Julie and Reiner. You guys know that song. It's a cool song. I thought it set a good tone. I thought it set a good waking up tone, And then when we moved to the downbeat and Mike and Danny were coming down in the morning, I was like, let's do something that is there, but it's a little curious, and that's why I want Spinning Out of Control by the Bastards of Soul. Because I think that bass line that Danny's playing it, I thought like set a tone of curiosity. Anything can happen. But the Michael Kiwanuka song, You Ain't the Problem, it set the tone to me of waking up and I'm seeing a field and the sun rising and the rooster crowing. He gets in. Christopher Cross sailing, yacht rock, but not going to have enough to get in. And to weed one of these out here. Bobby Cannavale is a great actor. Christina Hendricks, Mad Men. Tall, juggy redhead. Okay. And now the hard part, we got to rank him. Paul Banks. Boy, I have so many Interpol records back there. They pretty much all sound the same. Yeah, Skin's going to be pissed that Christopher Cross didn't make it, but he didn't. All right. I don't really care. These are your top 5 birthdays of the day. Christina Hendricks, Frankie Valli, Paul Banks, Father John Misty, Michael Kiwanuka. All right, we did it. That's good. It's good. I can't believe this went 55 minutes. I thought 7Kevins would take 30 minutes. So, I don't know. If y'all like the format, let me know. There'll be times, like I'm going to do a lot of things. Sometimes I'll be screwing around. Sometimes I will have a point to what I'm doing. Sometimes it will be something like this that's like, okay, the 7 things we're going to hit. Sometimes we'll just kind of goof. But, and then some nights we'll have a special game night. So these are all things that I just trying out. Follow our friends too. Julie on the Mom Game. I think Julie did an episode on the Dumb Zone too. So go ahead, keep checking out what Julie got going. Jeff got his channel. Strip Mall Steve's YouTube channel doing stuff. Ben and Skin have a YouTube channel. They put a video out the other day, and I think probably putting out another one next week. I think we'll see. Yeah, so just support everyone. I don't feel like I'm always going to leave someone out. Oh, yeah, Skin and Danny's record, Silver Skylarks. I'm about to get in the car right now, go to Josie Records, and grab it with my bare hands and get that record. It was dope, and it was fun to listen last night. If any of y'all were here for the listening party, which you would have to pull up the music on your own device, but I was kind of putting the screen on so you could see it. If y'all like that too, then maybe that's something we'll bring back like once a month or something. That might be cool to do an album listening party once a month for something new, something old, whatever. I don't know. I don't know where I will be tomorrow. I told you I'm going to see Shrek 2 in theaters. You have to see it in theaters. But I think there's, if I'm home, Kentucky Derby live stream. So we can watch for what we need to know. Now, if there's one thing you've learned today, type it into the chat box. What do you need to know about the Kentucky Derby outside of the history of the horse, what it was fed, and if the owner is a bad guy or not? What's the 3 keys to winning the Kentucky Derby? Because if we're not doing retention, what does it matter? I'm waiting on someone to tell me. What is it? The key to winning the Kentucky Derby. It's really 3 keys. Shit shoot championship. No, it's been proven that penis size actually prohibits a horse from winning the Kentucky Derby. The horse that wins the Kentucky Derby many years, and I did do this research project, usually micro horse penis. Less weight. Makes sense. Less weight. That's why the jockeys are so small. It's the only reason. It's not like they're great. See, now I'm at the point where it's like, don't just make it an hour, get to the 5-minute mark, do 5 minutes. No, past the ender. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you for wasting your time with me. Thank you so much. And yeah, remember, Shit Shoot Championship. See you next time. I love y'all. Thank you. In the stream.